So writing your chemical equations from the words. So in these exercises, you are basically practicing naming and balancing all in one. So I gave you the reactions completely with words. I would like you to transfer that to your chemical formulas and then balance the entire reaction. It does say write the equation and balance. All right, so zinc just by itself is Zn, it's just the element, plus lead. I'm going to just off to the side do my ions. Remember, you have to write your ions in order to write a formula. So lead, and it has a +2 because it's a transition metal, so it gave us a Roman numeral to tell us the charge. And then nitrate from your polyatomic ion list is NO3 1-. So again, the 2 moves over to the nitrate, the 1 moves over to the lead, and my formula becomes PbNO3, and I have 2 of those. I think most of you are doing that crisscross and reduce method. If you were doing the math, if you were calculating the math, I need a 0. My ions here have to equal 0, and I had a +2 and a -1, so when I add those together, I get +1, which means I need to take my nitrate and multiply it by 2 so that I have +2 and -2, which gives me my neutral compound. So that's why I needed 1 lead and 2 nitrates. Yield is just the arrow telling me I'm now yielding or producing my products. And now I have zinc nitrate. So again, I have another compound. So I'm going to write the ions first. Zinc is in your periodic table. It is one of the transition metals, but it's one of the ones I expected you guys to know. Actually, all right, so there I added a periodic table. Whoops, let me move the whole slide. Here we go. And so zinc is right here. So remember that aluminum was +3, gallium was +3, zinc was +2, cadmium was +2, and then silver is +1. Those are the transition metals you need to know. Every other transition metal you should be given a Roman numeral, or you should be given me a Roman numeral. So zinc, I know it is +2 from the periodic table. Nitrate, I just said was -1 from our polyatomic ion list. Again, I need 2 nitrates in order to make a neutral charge. If you use the crisscross method, the 2 is coming down here, the 1 is coming down here. So writing my formula, that's zinc 1, and then NO3 2. And then plus lead. Just as a reminder, when elements are by themselves, the only thing you need to remember is our diatomics, so the ones that appear by themselves. I gave you guys the acronym a long time ago. Whoops, Huckelberry Fino. So that's hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, fluorine, iodine, nitrogen, and oxygen. And all of those, when they're by themselves, they appear in 2. Everyone else doesn't. Everyone else just appears by itself. But it's these 6 here, plus this 7th one over here, and you can kind of see this makes a 7. So it is 7 atoms plus this 1 over here. So it's 7 total. They make the number 7. If you include the hydrogen, you have 7 total. I need to balance my reaction. So I have 1 zinc here and 1 zinc here. I have 1 lead here and 1 lead here. I have 2 nitrates here and 2 nitrates here. So I'm actually balanced. I don't need any coefficients in order to balance this equation. All right, that's it. That's all you're doing. I'm going to do one more, and then I'll let you guys sort of finish it up on your own. So aluminum is right here. So we already know that that's +3. Again, I'm going to do the ions just off to the side. Bromine is right here, which is our -1 column. So Br -1. Again, most of you guys are doing the crisscross. So the 3 comes here and the 1 comes here. You crisscross and reduce. 3 and 1 don't reduce anymore. So it's AlBr3 plus chlorine, Cl. Remember, chlorine is part of Huckelberry Fino, which means it can't just be by itself. You need to write a 2. Yields, and then aluminum chloride, because chlorine is in the same column as bromine, it's going to bond the same, so it's going to be AlCl3, but just in case you want proof, aluminum is 3+ and chlorine is 1-. Again, if you're crisscrossing, you're going to get 1 and 3. If you're doing the math, you need to multiply the chlorine by 3 in order to get -3 to cancel out your +3 on aluminum. plus, and then bromine is our last one, Br. Again, it is part of our diatomics, so that means it can't be, when it's in its elemental form, it can't just be one atom, it has to be two. So finally, I'm going to go through and I'm going to balance. Here I have 1 aluminum and 1 aluminum. Great. Here I have 3 bromine, but here I have 2. That's a problem. I'm going to need to balance those out. I can't multiply one by the other, right? 3 and 2, neither one goes into the other one. So that means I need to come up with their lowest common multiple, which is 6. So in order to get 6, I'm going to multiply that aluminum bromide. I'm going to multiply it by 2. That's going to give me 2 aluminum and 6 bromine. I'm going to multiply this bromine by 3, and that's going to give me 6 bromine. All right. That did change my aluminum, so I'm going to go back and change it. Remember, I had 1 aluminum here. I need to multiply it by 2. So this aluminum here is going to get multiplied by 2, changing that one to a 2. So now I have 2 aluminum, 2 aluminum. I have 6 bromine, 6 bromine. So chlorine's the last thing I need to deal with. On this side, I have 2, right? But on this side, I don't know why I put a C there, sorry. On this side, I have 2 times 3. Remember, the 2 distributes to everything. So 2 times 3, which means I have 6. So I have 6 over here, and I have 2 over here, so I'm going to need to multiply my chlorine by 3. And there I have my balanced chemical equation for number 2. Go ahead and work through the rest. The hardest part is going to be drawing back on that knowledge of how to write formulas. So if you can't remember or it's been too long, maybe go back and watch that video first. But please let me know if you have any questions. I am happy to help.